Shalom. Call law Yahweh Shem Shai by Shem Rakakadash. The honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at the great millstone that ruled well, that taught us his truth, and to the men that taught them. Peace and blessings to the elect, the nation of Israel, that begins with the 144,000 who are the prophets today, and also that great multitude of men, women, and children the Heavenly Father is going to have mercy on. And you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the true Hebrew Israelites, and that is according to the Holy Scriptures. Coming with another lesson is your brother Dawada, and this lesson will be going into about these 2/3 keep talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about we not the people of the Bible. And the only reason why they saying that is because the Lord has to blind them from this truth. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. So let's go to 2 Corinthians. Let's get straight to the point. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if the Most High, if our gospel be hidden, it is hidden to them that are lost. Yeah. Verse 4. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of the Mashiach, who is the image of the power, should shine unto them. Yeah. Like it says, but if the gospel be hidden, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much, it's hidden to, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's hidden to pretty much our families, you know what I'm saying? Friends, you know what I'm saying? People, that you work with, you know what I'm saying? They can't understand this truth, man, because it's been hidden from them, And this truth is not for everybody. It's only for us, you know what I'm saying? And it says, whom the God of this world hath blind the minds of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? Plus the Most High don't want everybody to get this, you know what I'm saying? That breath has only been given to the elect, you know what I'm saying? He only wants, to be holy unto him, you know what I'm saying? And basically holy unto us, you know what I'm saying? He didn't choose, you know what I'm saying, your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your uncle, not even none of your cousins or friends, you know what I'm saying? He didn't give them that eye, to see, or that ear to hear, you know what I'm saying? And it says, lest the light of the glorious gospel of our Mashiach, who is the image of the power, should shine unto them. Yeah. And who is that light? Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? So this truth has only been given to the holy elect. Those who are hearkening to this truth. You know what I'm saying? Those who are pushing this truth day and night. You know what I'm saying? On the highways and the byways. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. And it says, also I heard the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, saying, whom should I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. Verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Verse 10. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. Yeah. So since, we've been, in Babylon, we pretty much been destroyed as a nation of people, man. And one thing that our people refuse to do is acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? We've been brought over here, you know what I'm saying? Treated like crap, since we got off those ships, you know what I'm saying? And what our people want to do is ignore, you know what I'm saying, pretty much what Esau has done to us. You know what I'm saying? And the same as Esau as well. You know, which Esau is that self-proclaimed so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Woman, man, woman, and children. You know what I'm saying? Their biblical name is Esau, Edom, red, which Adawam, which means red. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we have not healed from that. You know what I'm saying? All the torment that the so-called white man has put us through. You know what I'm saying? So when you bring out this truth, that is why, you know what I'm saying, they cannot receive it. You know what I'm saying? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High is blind our people. You know what I'm saying? And it says the heart is fat. You know, their ears is heavy and their eyes is shut. So no matter how you explain this truth, you know, to our people, man, they're not going to get it. It's because everything that the so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, has pushed, has brain polluted our people. You know what I'm saying? They would rather believe, you know, Esau instead of believing Yahweh Shem Shai. And one of the examples is in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? We was in Egypt, you know, being persecuted by Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? You know? And basically, when we was under captivity, we got used to that, you know, that slavery, you know. And we didn't want to leave, you know what I'm saying? So when the Most High told Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like when the Most High told Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my people go, you know what I'm saying? You know? And then when Pharaoh let us go, you know what I'm saying? We was in that wilderness, you know what I'm saying? What was we doing? We were murmuring, complaining, you know what I'm saying? Complaining to Moses, why you take us, why you bring us all the way here? You know what I'm saying? We could have just, you know, stayed where we were at, you know what I'm saying? You see? You know, and our minds were restored back then, and nothing has changed today. So if you look at it, it's the same spirit's back. You know what I'm saying? And you can, and the way you can tell is you can see these niggas making all these TikTok videos, you know, talking nothing but crap, you know, and they constantly keep mentioning, you know, the black Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We never identify ourselves as the black Hebrew Israelites. And you don't even know that when you associate yourself with black, that's a bad word. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a bad word. You know what I'm saying? And that word black mean nigger. You know what I'm saying? So all this time that you thinking that, you know, you keep calling yourself black, but you calling yourself a nigger. But you'll get mad if they call you, you know, the N-word. You know what I'm saying? When they already calling you that. They already calling you that, Jake. That's what the word mean, black. So don't get bent out of shape. You know what I'm saying? When they come at you, like come at you. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs chapter 20, verse 12. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the hearing ear and the seeing ear, the Lord Yahweh Shem shall made even both of them. Yeah. So the Most High has made both the ear and the eyes. So so he gives you the understanding, then you should be thankful, you know what I'm saying, that he bless you with that. He bless you with the ear and the eye. But like I say again, it's a spiritual, you know, ear and an eye. And that's what that's what 2/3 of our people can't get. They would rather keep on being slaves in Babylon, you know what I'm saying? They would rather keep on calling them being niggas, you know what I'm saying? They would rather keep on calling themselves black when they call themselves a nigger every day, you know what I'm saying? But they get mad if the other nations call them that. Well, guess what? They're already calling you that, you know what I'm saying? They're calling you a nigger. So wake your ass up. Matthew, just go to Matthew chapter 13. And let's start at 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes and they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart and should be converted, and I should heal them. Yeah. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Verse 16, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Verse 17, for verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Yeah. So this truth is, man, like I said again, this truth is not hard to understand, man. You know. But the problem is, Yahweh Shema Shai blind these people, man. They can't get this truth. And one of the things that one of the things with our people as the so-called self-proclaimed so-called white man has to destroyed your minds, man. Destroyed you. And that's why we call ourselves everything except who we are. And the Hebrew Israelite is our heritage, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not no facade or anything. This is our heritage of who we are. You know what I'm saying? Of people, who we are, which is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So you can go around, you know, pretending that, you know, hey, you know, these black Hebrew Israelites, they're standing on the corner yelling at people. They're talking all kind of crazy stuff to people. Well, you got to understand, it goes way back. And one of the things that's with our people we've been destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Hosea chapter 4 and 6. Yeah, we've been destroyed as a people, man. And we don't want to acknowledge that, you know, Esau has messed our people's minds up and our spirits up. And now all we do is fight against one another. You know what I'm saying? The southern fight against the northern. You know what I'm saying? And back and forth, man. And you see it. You can see it. You see it on your job. You see it out in the streets, man. We just destroy people, man. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. Yeah. So you got to understand, we just been destroyed as a nation of people, man. And our people will rather accept the lies that Esau has told them. You're black, you know, these proverbs and bywords, you know what I'm saying? You are African American, named after two white men, you know what I'm saying? Leo Africanus and American Vespucci, you know what I'm saying? So you've been named after these two white men, accepting that. You know what I'm saying? You don't come from two so-called white men. You know what I'm saying? But soon we tell you, you know, you are Hebrew Israelites, and we speak to you about, you know, the curses in Deuteronomy 28, you know, 15 to 60 and on down. You buck up to that. You know what I'm saying? And what's that scripture? When a rich man speak, you know what I'm saying, they listen. But when a poor man speak, they try to overthrow him, paraphrasing. And that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You love doing that. You love, you know, instead of hearkening to this truth, you would rather just keep on scoffing. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 18. The wicked should be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. Yeah. And who is the wicked? Should be a ransom for the righteous. The wicked is Esau. You know, Esau is that ransom for righteous, you know. And the transgressor for the upright. Yeah. You transgressed against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Plus you 2/3 niggas going against the Most High. So you're going to be a ransom to the Most High, Esau. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're going to be, when we get in the kingdom, you going into slavery, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you're going to be able to do, you know? And there's nothing the 2/3 going to be able to do. So all you can do is just suck it up, and you know what I'm saying, and take that punishment that's coming. You're going to drink out that cup, Esau. Romans chapter 11, verse 7. He said, what then Israel have not attained, that which he seek for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. Verse 8, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, ears that they should not hear, unto this day. Verse 9. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Yeah. So you see, David sent out a curse to our people, man, for being wicked. Yep. And you know, the Most High heard his word, you know what I'm saying? And what? Shit, David was a man after the Lord's heart, you know what I'm saying? So what much more, hearing, King David, you know what I'm saying? You know? And it says, Romans 10, and let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back away, it's like, and bow down their back all the way. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? The Most High has put the spirit on the 2/3 and has blind them. They don't understand what's going on. And what they would prefer to do is they'll prefer to stay captive under this which Esau is the new nigga, the black, the new nigga, and we are, white. You know what I'm saying? Because we're pure. You know what I'm saying? We're purified. And how are we white? We purified through this truth, through this word that's been blessing us each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Has woken us up to understand, who we are as a people. You know what I'm saying? We're not no niggas. We're not no wetbacks. We're not no tomahawks. You know what I'm saying? We are the truth. You know what I'm saying? We are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Holy Scriptures, man. So you niggas can keep on scoffing all you want. Psalm 69, verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which shall have been for their warfare, let it become a trap. Verse 22. And let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continue to shake. Verse 24. Pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrath, anger take hold of them. Verse 25. Let their habitation be a desolate, and let none dwell in their tents. Verse 26. For they persecute him whom thou hast smitten, and they talk to the grief of those whom thou hast wounded. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about Yahushua right there. You know what I'm saying? But he's mentioning the 2/3 niggas, you know what I'm saying, who gave Yahushua over to the Romans, And it's nothing is new under the sun. It's still the same way to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's what they would rather do with the prophets. You know what I'm saying? They would rather point fingers at the prophets. They would rather give us up to Esau. And that's how, these niggas roll right along with their daddy Esau. John 8 and 44, you know what I'm saying? Because all they rather do is stay here in Babylon, man, I'm saying. Work a 9 to 5, slave all they want, stay in this debt system that just keeps you as a slave and just keeps you, on that hamster wheel. Oh yeah, we get off on the weekend. Yeah, but you still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our people don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Jude chapter 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance that ye once knew this, how that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai have saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Verse 6, and the angels which kept, you know what I'm saying, the Israelites which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitations, he have reserved an everlasting chain under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. Ooh. So, who did this? The Most High. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And these niggas that's going to get judged. You know what I'm saying? That day is coming. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they can't receive it, because the Most High has blinded them from this truth. You know what I'm saying? Verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in the manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Yeah. And this was coming to Babylon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That fire, them ICBM missiles. And it's nothing, Jacob's going to be able to do. Since you want to join hands with your daddy Esau, then you're going to feel that fire. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. I'm going to close out on this, because This place gotta go, man. All of this place is like I did a video. This place is nothing but a joke. And it is. It's nothing but a joke. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which should be, and that which is done is that which should be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Yeah. So these same spirits are back. You know what I'm saying? So if you was back in the ancient time that you believe you was in your right lot, and to this day today, if you was back then also and now to this day, the 2/3, basically, doing the same thing, then you feeling your lot to this day. And like I said again, you gonna be destroyed right along with your daddy Esau. Since you want to join hand in hand, Micah 2 and 10, you don't want to depart from this place spiritually and mentally, then you're going to feel the wrath of Yahweh Shem Shai. So you can keep on making your, scoffing videos, talking all this stuff about, bad talking to us, saying, they're a disgrace, Look at them, they yelling at people. My dad is in a cult and all that. Well, you're going to see. Because the Most High, you're going to, every word you speak bad about Yahweh Shem Shai, you're going to get it in return. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say this truth is not for everybody. And like I said again, two-thirds of our people, they don't care to even understand this truth. They'll just rather stay in Babylon the Great, aka American, and be a nigga. So I hope this was edifying. This is your brother Dawa Da. You know what I'm saying? Come on, another lesson. I want to say Shalom, call all y'all by Shem Shai, by Shem Rakakadash. The honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, that great millstone that rule well, that taught us his truth. And also to the man that taught them. Peace and blessings to the elect, the hopefully elect, 144,000. And that will be the men, women, and children. You know what I'm saying? The Heavenly Father's going to have mercy on. And to the brothers and sisters tuning in for edification. Shalom.